the church for many years in different capacities. I've also served in the church in different committees, including rural and urban development. And as we know that the Methodist Church in Kenya is concerned about holistic gospel, where we teach the members and we preach holistic gospel, that is preaching the word of God, and at the same time making them better citizens of this great Republic of Kenya through training. And therefore, in this rural and urban development committee, we have a program of agriculture where I was involved, and especially when I was serving in Nyambene Synod, I was a member of the church. We have two farms in Nyambene, that is Geka Farm and the Doredi Farm, and I was a member of the committee that was managing the farm. And let me say that in the community, I've served my community. I was the BOM chair, Nkanga and the Dinyaine Day Secondary School, and I've also participated in different development programs within my community. Let me say that I've also been engaged in different programs within the church and also outside the church. And I remember that I was a member of District AIDS Control Council when I was serving in Isiolo Circuit, and that was in Isiolo County. And by then it was Isiolo District, and I was a member of that committee. And I remember that I was made the chair to chair the program on relief food, especially to those that were affected and infected by HIV/AIDS. And let me also say that back in the year 2015, I was able to be chosen among many religious leaders to be trained by Christian Health Association of Kenya on family planning and adolescent reproductive health. And I remember that we worked so closely with the former Minister of Health because we were dealing with how the commodities, that is the family planning commodities, can be supplied.
Which former Minister of Health?
Honorable Mishek Mutuma.
Thank you. Continue.
And we worked together with that ministry, and basically our work was to lobby. We were doing the lobbying, and we were able to implement that project in Meru County, and I was the chair. And by God's grace, I had the privilege of traveling to US, where I had a very wonderful experience, where I was invited to represent Kenya to lobby for more funding through US Senate. And I had the privilege of addressing the senators of US as I was lobbying for more funding to that project, and especially to the Christian health institutions. So basically, that is me. I have served in Isiolo Circuit. I have served in Loiga Circuit. I have served in St. Joseph Circuit, Maua, and currently I'm serving at Kadera Circuit in Kobo Synod. And I have also been a manager of a school in Maua, that is MCK Maua School. I had a privilege because I was the superintendent minister. Then I became the automatic manager of the school. And so that is me, and that is the experience that I have. I have served the community and the church for many years.
Thank you, Reverend Karea. And after that long introduction, then now I will allow the members now to pose questions, and I suggest that Reverend Karea, you write so that I'll give 3 to 4 members questions to pose questions, and then I'll give you time to respond to those questions.
Yes.
Sawa?
Yes.
Honorable Rusemukaria.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And my name is Honorable Lucy Mukaria, and I have a question to our candidate, Reverend Caroline Karia. And I want to refer you to the advertisement that was on the papers concerning the job that you have applied for, and that is the requirements for appointment. I will refer you to number 3 of the same. And one of the requirements that the nominating authority was required that should be...
Honorable Rusemukaria, please note that the nominee does not have that document, but Renate, please give her a copy so that she can be able to refer to the number that is being restored.
I stand guided, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, now can you start, Honorable Rusemukaria?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. So I refer you to the requirements, and requirement number 3. Are you there? Requirement of appointment says have knowledge, experience, and distinguished career. Yes, the distinguished career of not less than 5 years in the field relevant to the portfolio of the department to which the person is seeking to be considered. Now, you are a career church minister. Please, can you tell us now how you relate the two, being a minister for agriculture and the church career that you have a wealth of experience in? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Rusemukaria. Any other member who want to? Yes, Honorable Ken Motwiri.
Thank you, Chair. Still on the question the Honorable Member has asked, in line with your experience in the church, which is quite immense, in terms of borrowing as a county, we are looking at a person conversant with the agricultural history of the county. As you know, the county is quite diverse in terms of whatever we produce. That is in the 3 regions. Even in terms of economic activities, we're quite diverse. So as you respond to how you feel your experience aligns to that, also you could mention what you feel the county will borrow from your experience in the church to the Ministry of Agriculture. The next question is on devolution. I believe having applied for the job, you understand the devolved functions of agriculture. So maybe you could share with the members at least 4 devolved functions of agriculture ministry. Number 3, the ministry also touches on cooperatives. I would also be curious to understand, what do you understand about cooperatives, the regulatory body for SASRA, that is SASRA and the cooperatives, and how do you feel really you could be of value, especially on the side of cooperatives, which touches on the fiscal stability and the economic component of our people?
Thank you. Honorable Ken Motwiri, what is it, Honorable Martin?
Thank you, Chair. Mine, I think it has been addressed by Lucy Mukalia, but I would like to include this. What are the responsibilities that, given this opportunity, what will be your main responsibility, and how does your education background relate to these responsibilities?
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Martin from Timau. Honorable Spora.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And Reverend, I want to take you to task a little bit on agriculture. Basically, we know that the Meru community is basically an agricultural community, and we know that at the moment we are experiencing challenges in food production and many other challenges related to agriculture. And in the Department of Agriculture, we have 3 directorates. We have the Directorate of Agriculture, we have the Directorate of Livestock, and we have the Directorate of Fisheries. So in order to increase productivity in Meru County, what can you propose, or what measures are you going to put into place to ensure that you come up with robust programs that will improve the Directorate of Agriculture in terms of production, the Directorate of Livestock in terms of production, and also the Directorate of Fisheries in terms of production? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Spora. Honorable Josephat Kenywa-Muna. Honorable Spora, please put off your mic.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm Kenywa-Muna, representing the people of Nyakist. Now,
Under Josephat.
All right.
You are not aware, you are an honorable member.
All right.
And if you are saying your name, you must start with the honorable member.
All right.
Because also the honorable nominee, Reverend Karia, is going to refer to the members as honorable members. And anytime you address the chair and refer to the members as honorable members, so and so.
I've been here for a month, Mr. Speaker. I normally forget.
You start, Honorable Kenywa.
I apologize. I am Honorable Nicholas Kenywa-Muna Josephat, representing Nyakist. Agriculture nowadays does not stop at production. We are looking at value addition because we know there are some places that are producing varieties of agricultural production, but it does not fetch the relevant value due to lack of value addition. For example, in my ward, we have oranges, but no matter how much we harvest in terms of quantities, it does not fetch the relevant value in the market. So, if approved by this assembly, what is your views and input in value addition? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Josephat Kenywa-Muna. Honorable Murevi, do we allow her to answer those questions? Then we take another round. Yes, we shall have another on Reverend Karia. Please take the floor and respond the issues raised by the honorable members.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and members. Thank you for the questions. And concerning the requirements for appointments, I want to say, and I will join this with my experience in church ministry and also working with the community. I want to say that I have what it takes, because some of the functions of CEC, number one is to prepare policy to bring to the county assembly. Then number two, it is to manage the department. And then number three, it is to implement the policies and regulations of the county and also of the national government, and also make them fit in our context, that is the Meru County. And therefore, according to my experience in church ministry and working with other organizations and also the church, I want to say that I have the managerial skills of leadership. And I want to say that I thank God that I was able to go through the coursework, and actually I'm doing a thesis so that I can be able to graduate with a postgraduate diploma in leadership. I want to say that the skills that I have acquired from this training, I'll be able to use them in this ministry of agriculture. And I want to say that agriculture, through Chair, I want to say that agriculture is a practical ministry. It is a practical ministry, and in church, we normally teach our members about things that are practical, so that they can have life and have it abundantly. And so agriculture is part of it. And then I'm also a farmer. I do farming, and therefore I understand what is agriculture. And also when it comes to matters of policy, then I want to tell the honorable members through you, Chair, that I will be able to implement this through other staff members who are qualified in this field of agriculture, livestock, fisheries, and veterinary services. Actually, my main assignment is managerial. And then management is to make things done and make them done the right way. So I believe that I will be able to do this with the wide experience that I have. Agriculture is also connected with the cooperatives because agriculture involves production, and then after production, whatever that is produced goes to the cooperatives. And I want to take a very good example of dairy farming. Dairy farming, the farmers join together in a dairy. That is where they take their milk. And after taking their milk to the dairy, then the dairy takes the milk to the society. That is, I can take, for example, Meru Central. They take the milk to Meru Central. Then from there, cooperative takes over. So these two are intertwined. They work together. And in agriculture, and this is what is happening, the farmers are arranged in groups so that they can be able to be served well. And in these groups, then they are encouraged to form circles, and then they go to cooperatives. So these two groups are intertwined. They work together. Agriculture is production. Then after we produce, in order to have a good bargaining power, then we must have a cooperative that will be able to bargain for the farmer so that the farmer can be able to get good price for the commodities. Meru community is actually agricultural. The citizens of Meru, most of them engage in agriculture. And I believe that this is what is happening.
Reverend, which question are you answering?
I'm answering the one that was asked about Meru community being agricultural, about food
which
production,
member?
and what measures.
I would like, when you are through with one, the questions of one on a member,
Okay.
then before you start on the other one,
Yeah.
you say now I want to answer the questions asked by Honorable Ken Mutui. I hope you noted them the way they were coming.
Yeah, I noted them, but
Yes,
I didn't note
so
the
that
honorable members.
So that they are key now
Yeah.
when their questions are being answered on.
Yes, thank you.
And also you try to condense the time.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and members. I've answered the question number 1 about the requirements and about my experience, and how will the Department of Agriculture benefit from my experience in the ministry. I've answered, Honorable Chair, have answered the one that the Honorable Member asked about the Department of the Agriculture, that is production, and the cooperatives. I have answered that. And then I've answered the question that was asked by the Honorable Member about the responsibility, my responsibility as a CEC of Agriculture. And now I'm in the question that was asked by the Honorable Member. Honorable Chair, I want to say that agriculture is the backbone of the economy of Meru County. And not only the backbone of the Meru County, but also of Kenya. And there has been a challenge of drought. There has been a challenge of high production because of high taxation. There has been a problem of market because farmers are producing their crops, but yet we find
Iji ni Meru TV. Urathimo uritingugibwa ichunche biaku bia mwire turiongire Mount Everest Nutrition Clinic tukuthithirie ithimi bia kinande no kwenda kumenya conditions cia itema, nkoro, mauri, mendende na joints, prostate, nyomba ya uchiari kana kinya kumenya kaumo ka murimo mwirine jwaku. Mount Everest Nutrition Clinic turiaja ni untu bwaku. Niturigitaga mirimo ja arthritis na joint pains, diabetes, infertility, H. pylori, ulcers,